Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jesse. Hope you're doing amazing. I just wanted to kind of speak to some of the misunderstandings and misconceptions in the solar industry world when it comes to filing for your investment tax incentive, the ITC for solar. So it's 26% right now. So anytime that you go solar, you're going to get a refund or a tax credit towards your tax liability for 26% of the gross price of your system, whatever that's going to be. So let's go through some basic numbers here just to keep things super simple. And if you have any questions or anything, send us a message, fill out our form online, let's get on the phone, let's talk, let's answer any questions. Because the thing about our company, National Solar Consulting, is that we want to consult people. We want to help them discern through the sea of information out there and, just bring all the information to you guys, the good, the bad, the ugly, so that way you have a complete, bird's eye view of how solar actually works and how it's going to be a benefit to you. So let's go through some simple numbers. So let's say you make, let's talk about your income real quick. Let's say you make $30,000 in a year, okay? And let's say you pay a third of that to taxes. So 10,000 of it goes to taxes, okay? Let's just play worst case scenario. Now, depending on your how many dependents you have or what you're claiming, let's just say you're going to get a refund of, let's just say $2,500, okay? Whatever, general numbers here, okay? Now, let's say in this year, if you do solar before the end of the year and it's installed, you're going to get 26%. Okay, so let's say you bought a solar system that's going to cost you $30,000. Okay, and you're going to get a or let's just say $10,000. Keep the number super simple. $10,000. You're going to get a $2,600 investment tax credit that you can apply towards your tax liability. Now, you paid taxes all year, you're going to get a refund for $2,500 for your taxes already. Now you're going to add on an additional $2,600 because what the government kept on your taxes, you get to use that new $2,600 against your tax liability. So now you're going to not only get $2,500, but you're going to get, what is that, $5,100 now. Pretty awesome, right? Now let's scale those numbers up. Now let's say your tax credit, you needed a really big system. Let's say it was a $100,000 system and your tax credit was $26,000, but your liability and your taxes, you were only good for, you could only claim, let's say, half of that, $13,000. Well, what happens to that other half of the tax credit? It's going to roll over. It's called a carryover. It's going to carry over for the remaining 5 years until you can use up all of that credit. That's how it works. And at the end of that 5-year term, if you can't use it all up, well, then it just kind of goes away. But you should be able to use it. Now, a couple of things. Another way of doing that, let's say you're not a W-2 employee and you're a 1099 contractor and you pay your taxes at the end of the year. Instead of paying them quarterly, you decide to do it at the end of the year. Well, what's going to happen there is because now you owe money to the IRS and to the government. Instead of owing as much as you were going to owe, let's say you owed them that $2,500 or whatever, well, your credit for the original system for $10,000 was 26%, so that's $2,600. You're now going to owe them actually nothing. They would owe you $100 essentially because you would get rid of all of that. That's essentially how it works. It can apply both ways. The only catch is because it's a non-refundable tax credit. And what that non-refundable part means, it throws a lot of people off, is it means if you did not work and you did not accrue taxes, then you cannot take advantage of that tax credit. So if you're working, you have a job, you're paying your taxes and you're doing all that, you're going to be able to qualify for some portion of that tax credit. And it's all going to be dependent on your tax situation, how much refunds you're going to get, what you pay, how many dependents you have, the way your business is structured, if you're 1099 or an LLC or whatever. So definitely talk to your tax accountant, talk to a CPA, go through these numbers, learn about the carryover, learn how to effectively turn your house not only to just a standard house asset, but put another asset on top of your house as well and really be able to take advantage of these government programs. So anyways, that's the truth of the ITC. Super simple. If you guys have questions or concerns about it or want to ask me anything about it, go ahead and send me a message on Facebook. Click the link, fill out a form. Let's get on the phone. Let's see if we can get you guys hooked up with solar. We have some of the industry's lowest prices and we act on a transparent cost of goods model. So we don't mark up the cost of our goods when we procure them from the manufacturer. We pass those savings on to you. Plus we have the lowest pricing structure and 30-year bumper-to-bumper warranties for all the panels, the labor, and we also have extended insurance for 30 years. So if anything ever happens, it's called gap insurance. You're always going to be protected. And then also a 30-year roof penetration warranty as well. Not many companies have that. That's why we're the best. Again, National Solar Consulting. We partner with only the best. We only use the best. Fill out the form. Let's get some questions answered. Let's get you guys some solar and save you